Back at follow-up segment tonight, as we reported last night, a radical group called Black Lives Matter has threatened to shut down the Republican convention in Cleveland next year and is generally causing trouble all over the country. The group, partially funded by George Soros, Jay-Z, and Beyonce. Last Sunday, a reporter tried to cover a Black Lives Matter conference at Cleveland State University.
I just wanted to say this is a people of African descent space. If you are not of African descent, please go to the outside of the circle.
Immediately.
We've already had to do the fourth police. I'm a reporter. And that's right. That's why we don't want to report. All right. Well, I'm going to stand right here.
No.
I'm on public property.
Can you actually turn that over? Because that's white privilege.
Why would we want to
This is the privilege of anyone in a public space.
There's nothing against the story.
Don't touch my Don't do that. I got 800 black people behind me. What are you going to do?
Joining us now to react, Fox News contributor Jamu Green, who's in Los Angeles, and here in New York City, Andrea Tantaros. What say you?
Well, this is par for the course. I mean, this group is funded by George Soros, and these far-left groups take whatever tactic they need to bully and intimidate to get their points across. Now, if this was any other group on the right, this would be a story that would be run on other cable news channels over and over and over. And you know what, Bill, when they were asked, their founder, Patrisse Cullors, was asked the other day, do you plan on trying to shut down the Democratic convention? She said, no, they're on our side. And if you look at the incidences where you've seen rioting and things happening, it's black leaders, Democrats, like in Baltimore and a lot of these cities, that are responsible for these incidences. But yet it sends a message that I think is very important, that Black lives matter, just not in democratic cities.
Or in various things like violent crime. You don't see the Black Lives Matter crew on the south side of Chicago where it's almost...
Democratic cities. There you go.
But the death rate among young black males in Chicago is
through the roof, and it's black on black
Let's let Jamu
violence.
get in. What say you, Jamu?
Look, I don't think that these activists who are angry, I don't think that their tactics of keeping reporters out of hearing what they're trying to share with the entire world, I don't think that's the right tactic. But I do understand why they're angry. I understand that when black people are killed, the media doesn't pay attention. When white people are killed, the criminal justice system acts. They want to say very clearly. Here's an example for you, Bill. If a house is on fire and the house next to it is not on fire and the fire department shows up and starts putting water on the house that's not on fire, are you going to say that house is on fire? They want everyone to understand what is going on
look,
here.
I think you're right in the fact that
black lives,
their
when
message,
killed by police officers.
Okay, but their message means
the
nothing if they do these Gestapo tactics. See, they lose all credibility. The group is never going to be taken seriously, and their message is going to fall upon ears only sympathetic to them. Now, the reporter in this country who has shed the most light on young black men being killed is who, Jamu?
Well, I think that there are
No, who's
many,
the reporter? No, who is the one reporter who has done the most on it on the national media? Who?
I don't know who you are referring to.
That would be me. All right, that would be me.
Well,
report after report after report.
Thank you for that coverage.
I don't want to be thanked.
But they want more action.
Okay.
They want more action from the police.
If they want more action,
from the
they should join with me and demand that the mayor and police chief of Chicago police the South Side in an effective way, which means flooding the zone with officers and stopping the madness. Yet those people will not do that because they're only interested in condemning white society. That's all. All right. Now, you say?
They're interested in justice.
Wait, it's Andrea's turn.
You're right. If they want to enact change, like Jamu says, they would go exactly where the crime rates are the highest.
That's right.
And if you want to have credibility, you go into those cities like Chicago, like Baltimore, and you protest.
Was I over the
Democrats
top with my being the...
No, you've been excellent.
The guy.
You've been excellent on this issue. I know you have. But if you look at Chicago, and this is important because people say the rates are going down. What they're doing in Chicago, Bill, is they're cooking the books.
Whatever it is, it's still
listen,
a mini Holocaust.
They're counting if 87 people are shot, like you saw in one weekend, one weekend, they count it as one shooting incident so that Rahm Emanuel can cook the books and say he's getting the rates.
Everybody in Chicago knows how horrible it is. Last word, Jammu, you say?
With all due respect to police officers who keep us safe, when you assume that a black person is a criminal when you pull them over and treat them as a criminal from the moment they open their mouth, and this has happened to me. This happened to me on the streets of New York on my way into an interview. There is an anger out there because people are not paying attention to this structural
and that anger should be demonstrated
in our criminal justice system.
That anger should be demonstrated in a responsible way, not threatening reporters and threatening to shut down conventions. Ladies, thanks very much.
Thank you.
We come right back. An amazing